I write this with a heart heavier than stone, my soul burdened by an unforgivable crime. I do not expect redemption. I do not deserve forgiveness. But if there is even a shred of humanity left in me, let this be a warning to those who think they can outwit the darkness. I am Tsitsi, a woman from Zimbabwe. Once I was just another struggling cross-border trader, buying sneakers from Tanzania and selling them here in Harare to support my daughter. I was a mother first, a businesswoman second, but greed and desperation turned me into something else, something monstrous. I joined a secret Zambian women's club, believing it was just a networking group. I was wrong. It was something far more sinister. And now the spirit of my child follows me everywhere. Her whispers filling the empty spaces of my life. Her cold presence lingering in the shadows of my home. I sacrificed my only daughter for wealth, and the spirits will never let me forget it. The hustle that led me to the devil's hands. Life as a Zimbabwean cross-border trader was never easy, but I was willing to do anything to provide for my daughter, Rofaro. She was my light, my only reason for pushing forward. I would travel for days, hauling heavy bags of sneakers from Tanzania, bribing border officials and dodging police raids to bring stock into Zimbabwe. Then in 2019, everything fell apart. On my way back from Tanzania, my entire shipment was seized at Chirundu border by Zambian custom officials. They accused me of smuggling, demanded a ridiculous fine, and confiscated everything. I begged, I cried, but they did not care. That was everything I had, my entire investment. I returned home empty-handed, unable to pay rent, creditors banging on my door, threatening me. The people I had borrowed money from started making serious threats, and I knew I was running out of time. Then Ropa, my friend, told me she had a way out. "You struggle too much, Tsitsi," she said. "There's a club in Lusaka. Women like us, traders, hustlers, business owners, they help each other succeed." I should have asked more questions. I should have known that nothing comes for free. Instead, I let desperation blind me. The women's club in Lusaka. A week later, Ropa took me to Lusaka in Zambia to meet the women's club. They called themselves Wanaba people, the mother of spirits. Their leader, Mama Kunda, was an elderly woman with piercing eyes and a voice that sent chills down my spine. I expected business strategies, loans, or investment opportunities. Instead, I was met with whispered rituals, burning incense, and strange symbols carved into the walls. "You are suffering, my child," Mama Kunda said, taking my hands. "We can help you, but first you must trust us." The room was filled with women who looked like me, successful businesswomen, traders, and hustlers, but something about their eyes was off. They looked empty, as if something had been taken from them. "How do you help?" I asked hesitantly. Mama Kunda smiled. "There are spirits beneath the earth, in the water, in the air. If you honor them, they bless you. If you ignore them, they take from you." She reached for a bowl of thick black liquid and took out a knife. "Let us mark you." Everything in me screamed to run, but I was drowning in debt. My daughter was starving. I had nothing left to lose. I let them cut my palm and rub the black mixture into my wound. It burned like fire, but I did not scream. That night I had a dream. Snakes coiled around my body, whispering in a language I did not understand. When I woke up, Ropa was smiling. "Now your wealth will come," she said. The blood pact. Within days, my impounded goods were released without me paying a cent. My business soared overnight. Orders flooded in. My bank account was swelled. But something wasn't right. At night, I would wake up to hear scratching sounds under my bed. My daughter started sleep-talking in a deep, guttural voice, whispering things she could not possibly know. Then came the visions, her small figure standing in a dark river, her eyes hollow, staring at me without blinking. And then Mama Kunda called me again. "You have eaten from our table," she said. "Now it is time to give back." My stomach twisted. "What do you mean?" She handed me a small wooden doll wrapped in a red cloth. "A child must go." I felt sick. My hands trembled. "You promised it wouldn't come to this," I whispered. She laughed. "Nothing comes for free, Tsitsi. You want wealth? You must feed the spirits." I tried to refuse. I tried to run. But deep down I knew if I did not give them my daughter, that would take me instead. And I was too much of a coward to die. The night of horror. On the night of the ritual, I dressed Rufaro in a white dress and told her we were visiting my friend. She smiled. Holding my hand, she trusted me. At midnight, we arrived at an old abandoned house outside Lusaka. Candles flickered in the dark, casting shadows on the walls. The air smelled rotten, like something long dead. Rufaro clung to me. "Mommy, I'm scared." I wanted to turn back, but the women surrounded us. "Hold her down," Mama Kunda ordered. I hesitated, but they grabbed me and forced me to watch. Rufaro screamed as they painted symbols on her forehead. Then they slit her throat. Her blood spilled into a bowl, bubbling violently. The air filled with a high-pitched wail, like something ancient and hungry was drinking from the bowl. I collapsed, screaming, but no one comforted me. Instead, Mama Kunda dipped her hands into the blood and smeared it onto my face. "Now you are truly one of us," she whispered. The curse that follows me. I left Zambia the next day, returning to Zimbabwe with more money than I could ever spend, but peace never came. My daughter's room remained untouched. The silence in the house was unbearable. Then the whispers began. "Mommy, I'm cold." Muddy footprints appeared on the floor every night. My bed would shake at 3 a.m. One night, I woke up to find a small figure standing at the edge of my bed. Her head tilted unnaturally. Her lips did not move, but I heard her voice inside my head. "You chose money over me." I fled to South Africa, then Botswana, then Malawi, but she followed me everywhere. Shadows twisted into her shape. The smell of blood never left my hands. I tried seeking help from healers, but they all said the same thing. She wants justice. I know my time is running out. I feel her getting closer. Every night, her whispers grow louder. I thought wealth would save me, but now I realize I'm already dead.